And you're welcome back to Sister Sister on 97.3 City FM and City TV. Your favorite stations. We're also on DSTV channel 363. So yes, you're welcome. And we're excited to have you again. This is a relationship talk show that addresses all your pertinent relationship issues. And for that matter, if you have questions for us, no worries. There are always ways that you can get your questions through. And you can trust that my sisters and, of course, our audience will weigh in on your peculiar problems. Now, we're going to go for a break. And when we return, we get to meet my sisters, plus we get right into the show. Welcome once again. And you're welcome back to Sister Sister on City TV and 97.3. So tonight, there are various ways you can interact with us. Send a quick email to Jessica at cityfmonline.com. Alternatively, you can also send a WhatsApp message to 054-998-6996. Don't forget to prefix it with the country code +233 if you're texting from outside Ghana. And you can also join our Facebook page. Search for Sister Sister Live. You will see this logo right here as our DP. Like the page, interact with us, send us DMs. We like that as well. Let me introduce my sisters on the show tonight, starting from my right. And I've got Mrs. Opare Safro, a.k.a. Tina. What's going on? How you doing today?
Oh, I'm fine.
Nice.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
I don't want to say stressful. Eventful.
Eventful.
Yeah.
I'm sure AJ is working on that.
Yeah, he's just
all over the place, right?
Yeah. But I hear I haven't seen anything yet. So
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying the strike.
I mean, if you live with that,
fine.
yeah, because we hear Rosina's. You know, she has a hashtag, guys. In case you didn't know, she has a hashtag called
Mummy Diaries.
You guys should follow it. Really interesting stuff going on there.
I mean, her son was asking her to come and say, "Oh."
He said I should come in. I said no. He was outside playing, and I said, "Oh, I was getting out to come and call him because it was 6 o'clock to take his bath." Mommy, go inside. It's late. Now, last Sunday I was stepping out. Mommy is hot. Why are you going?
Hey. Yeah. So you live with him.
It is what it is.
So I had to ask for permission and promise to get him something on my return before I was allowed to step out.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is going to be a very interesting future.
All right. Danica is worse than Dante.
Lord.
Possessive.
Talibans. And you're busy. Anyway, so yeah, Rosie, I'm guessing you're good.
I'm fantastic.
You're Rosie.
Yeah,
I like that.
always.
I like that.
Yeah.
Livy, what about you? Looking really
I'm good.
colorful today.
Yes, thank you.
How
Let's just
are
say my croissants are fine.
Good.
Everyone is fine.
Good.
Yeah,
Good. I'm
everyone's
all right.
fine. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go right into action without wasting too much time. Our first story is here.
I'm married to one of the most beautiful ladies ever. We both agreed not to have sex until marriage, which we fulfilled. But now, it seems my wife does not want sex. She just wants to kiss, during which she would ask me to finger her. I've always done this to please her, but she does not want to reciprocate. I recently chanced on a chat between my wife and a fellow woman living abroad. Content revealed, my wife is interested in women. One night, I found my wife in bed with this woman who happened to travel down to Ghana. This broke my heart. As if that wasn't bad enough, I discovered that my wife is in a secret affair with my kid sister who is in the university now. I confronted my wife and she admitted to being a lesbian. Since she no longer has time for me, I gave up and forcefully had sex with her last night. This got her upset. I don't want to invite third parties to deliberate on this. I know my wife needs help. How do I proceed? Will I ever win my wife over? Kindly advise.
Alrighty, so that's a very interesting situation to find yourself in. Ladies, who wants to go first?
I will try.
All right, Livy, weigh in.
See, when you're in the dating phase, and I personally, I don't believe in premarital sex, so I'm all for yes, no premarital sex. But your partner should yearn for you at every point in time. Well, not constantly, but every point in time when you guys kiss or something, you should sense that your partner really wants you in a sexual way. When they are very closed in and they're like, oh, no, I don't really believe in this, or when you see that they don't, how do I put it? They're not as attracted to you as you are, I feel like it's a red flag. I think it should be a red flag. A lot of people hide behind the whole, premarital sex thing and end up marrying all sorts of people. There was a story about a woman who believed in not having premarital sex. Cut a long story short, when the first night that she got intimate with a partner, her partner wanted to have sex, or her partner actually did have sex with her from the bum. And it blew and she couldn't tell her partner that she doesn't like it from behind. And there was nothing she could do about it, because this is supposed to be a guy who is supposed to be going to church, God-fearing and everything, but only to find out that on the day that they were supposed to consummate their marriage, he had sex with her and her anus. Yeah, I shouldn't be as graphic as that. But all I'm saying is that you should see the signs. And if something it's either is on or is not. Cut a long story short. Right now, you've seen that she's a lesbian. You've caught her in the act. I think that, I always say that have that conversation with her. I think you should have that conversation with her. Sit her down and ask her what does she want, because you want the relationship. Personally, I'm not happy about the fact that you forcibly had to have sex with her, because then that is rape. Once you have sex with somebody forcefully without their consent, it's rape, irrespective of the fact that you are married, she's yours, you're hers. Once she says no, it's no. So you shouldn't have done that. But I feel like you need to have that conversation with her and ask her what she wants. That she wants this marriage to work. Clearly, you saw her cheating on you with another woman. Your sister is involved. A lot of things are not in your favor. Decide what you want together. If she tells you that this is what it is and that she married you because society deems it fit, because she has to marry you so that everybody sees that, yes, this is not how she is, then at least you know. Then you tell her that this is not what you bargained for, this is not what you want, and you're looking for somebody who is into you as much as you are into them. And if you have to exit, I'm sorry, you'll have to exit. This is just me. You'll have to exit, because what is the main reason for getting married? Yes, you get married because you love each other, because the person is into you, and at the end of the day, that love is supposed to produce babies. Now, this is the situation whereby, assuming she ends up getting pregnant through this rape situation, you're going to have children in the picture, and they're going to experience all of this, and children don't ask to be here. Make sure that everything is supposed to be the way it's supposed to be before you even invite kids into this. But clearly, have that conversation with her. It's not your cup of tea. Let her know and move on.
Okay, so clearly you're married to a closeted lesbian, and probably she chose to do that because of two things. One, it's illegal in Ghana, and two, society frowns on it in Ghana generally, and maybe another reason may be that her family may not accept her for who she is. And so she needs to tick the boxes and continue living her life as a normal human being. So she found someone, she pretended for how long ever you dated. You guys have been together for 4 years. I mean, dude, the lady has been able to hide her status for 4 years. You have nothing over her. And now that you found out so many things. It's not like she says she's just interested in women. She's told you that she's a lesbian.
And she's dating your sister.
And she's into a sexual relationship with your little sister. So it's not even... It's weird in all sorts of ways. All I want you to know is that you think she has a problem. Does she think she has a problem? I don't think in her view she has a problem. And why do you even see it as a problem? The girl says she's a lesbian. In fact, that is it. Full stop. So, you have a problem. And your problem is that you have gotten into marriage with a lesbian. Can you survive the marriage? I don't think so. When I don't know too much, but this is what I think I know. That is why she tells you to do what she tells you to do. You guys kiss, and then she tells you to finish it off with something, with a finger. Because most lesbians do not like the intrusion of most, and that's what I think I know. The intrusion of the man's whatever, but some other also entertain the whole dildo into their body parts and stuff like that. So maybe that's how she survived over the years with you, because in her mind, okay, let me pretend as though it's a dildo. Does she even want kids? What does she want? You are in two different platforms, two different worlds. This is what I think. You found out, glory to God. You cannot survive this. I don't think so. You see, sometimes when your wife or your partner is cheating on you with the opposite sex or your same sex, you know you have competition. But when it's not your gender, what do you have over them? I mean, the woman has breasts, you don't have.
You can't compete.
I mean, you are on two different platforms that you cannot compete. So for me, this is what I think you should do. You don't probably want to disgrace your wife. You don't want to disgrace your sister. If you want to save your sister and you think that in your mind you can talk to your sister, oh, this is not good, whatever. But your wife has told you that she is a lesbian. So if you cannot deal with it, I beg, start planning your exit
strategy. Yeah.
There's no way for me, in my head, if I find out tomorrow, Nyamin Pengu, that my husband has a man in his life or he's gay, I will just bow out because I cannot compete. So yes, that is enough.
All right. Can't come and pee yourself. Rosina.
Yeah. Well, I think that when it comes to homosexuality, there are different grades and there are different levels. There are some who enter because of curiosity, and then as and when they are past that phase, they're able to let it go and then probably want to get married and do that thing. But with this one, her level is she's on level 6. You understand? She's past the phase of experimenting or wanting to know how it feels like, or I just like the attention from a girl. She's past that level. Now she's really into it. For her to be married to you and still have the audacity to be romantically involved with your sister is serious. For you to catch her not once, at least twice with some other woman, and she's not remorseful about it, then it means that there's no turning back. You can't change her. That's who she is. Now, my only problem is that you cannot continue thinking you can fix it. There are problems that can be fixed. Some are just beyond you. Some take so much that one person cannot do it. So I think that for your sanity, now that you've started raping her, for your sanity, because you see, don't let somebody push you to start doing things that you don't know how to do. You meet a straight girl and you think that you have to rape her to put the fear of man-woman relationship in her just because somebody pushed you to start experimenting. So don't put yourself in that situation to be changed into something you are not. I think that this is a relationship that cannot stand the test of time. 4 years is a lot, but better waste 4 years than waste a lifetime. Now, about knowing whether she was lesbian or not from the beginning, sometimes it's very difficult to tell because this woman obviously likes to kiss. So it's possible that even though they decided that no sex before marriage, it's possible they were doing the kiss, touch, probably even the finger. So let's not blame the man too much for not knowing. Okay. Because when a woman wants to hide something from you, they would hide it. Trust me.
Being,
unless, of course, they want you to find out. And I'm sure that He's only finding out now because she probably wants to be found out. She's probably tired. Okay, fine. I decided to get married because that's what society expects of me. I've done it. I've done it for 4 years.
Even if I divorce now,
at least I've done it.
I've been married.
I've had pictures to show that I actually married. Anyeye. This is not my calling. So all I'll tell the gentleman is that it's quite unfortunate. Emotionally start detaching yourself from this marriage. And then if you don't want to disgrace her, you can use other grounds for divorce if you don't want people to publicly know. But I don't think she would even mind, because when she has gone, she watra. So I think that if it's something that you can't handle, I know you can't handle it. I think that you should just exit for your sanity. Just exit and find somebody who wants to be with you.
Would you ladies... so I have a theory. I actually think that his wife was dating his sister before they got married.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
and I have a feeling that maybe they were dating, and because she was under pressure, maybe the sister didn't want her to probably get married to somebody else. She probably didn't have control over. So the sister probably introduced her brother to her and allowed that kind of thing.
To keep the information
contained.
So
you understand? Because
so you'll be in the family.
So that they can have a lasting relationship. Because listen, if you are married to her brother, you would always be in each other's faces. Family meeting, after every meeting, you can go and have a quick one before you come and continue. What I'm saying is that you are always together. You understand? So it's a way of making sure that you are still in the same loop. That's what I'm saying, that it's dangerous, because you see, she's dealing with your sister. Disgracing her is like disgracing your own family, which I'm sure you wouldn't want to do. So at the end of the day, just exit. Quietly. Leave them to their thing. You are much better than this. And most importantly, don't let them transform you into something you are not.
I agree with that.
It's funny because you know, when he's looking to go into the next relationship, it's gonna haunt him. The reason why I'm saying that is because he can't look his potential girlfriend in the eye and say, "Are you lesbian?" Like, he can't, and he would never know.
The only thing he'll do is that he won't do no sex before marriage. Now he'll say, "Okay,
let's do it
before." I feel you. All right, let me bring the audience in. So can someone pass the mic to this gentleman right behind there? Just pass the mic. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, my name is Ben.
Hi, Ben.
From a religious perspective,
right,
the Bible permits couples to divorce when one commits adultery.
Okay.
So the man has God's blessings to even divorce the wife already.
So that's it.
Thank you.
So you'd go straight for divorce in this instance. All right. That's what you're saying, right?
I think that's the ideal thing. But if the man wants to be very charitable, maybe he can bring in a counselor. But when you look at some of these things, it has a social and a spiritual implication. So it will be very difficult to break that psychological bond or mental attitude the lady has.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
My name is Captain.
Hi, Captain.
Yeah, there are certain things that can be fixed, and looking at this particular story, it's quite simple. The man should just back out. He can't save this lady. He's the lady's beyond saving.
Charlie, she's on the other side.
Thank you.
End of story. Anyone else? Yeah, juice guy.
Michael.
Hey, Michael.
The juice guy.
You don't catch a falling knife. Yeah, so I agree with my brothers. You just don't catch it. Just let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, I'll take the final comment.
My name is Patrick. I think the foundation of the marriage is excellent. They're married from the biblical perspective. No sex before marriage.
Right.
But it's unfortunate that at the end of the whole thing, the package that he went in for tends to be something that has a problem with. So I believe all the same, they can sit down and then work at it. If she's ready to let that lifestyle go and then click with him as married couples, they does it. But then if it's not ready, I think it's time to let it go.
Anyway, so we'll move on to our next story, but we'll go for a quick commercial break. When we return, there's more. Alrighty. So you're welcome back. It's Sister Sister on City TV and 97.3 City FM. Remember, your comments are welcome. 054-998-6996. Let's move on to our next message here. And this one says, Dear sisters, my boyfriend and I are getting married soon. I live at Techiman and he's in Wa. We both are in good jobs. When we marry, it means I have to leave my job and go live with him as per tradition. I don't want to resign when the time comes, as the job pays well. My company doesn't have a branch anywhere except Techiman, where I live. I want to live with my soon-to-be husband as well, and I don't want to be far from him. I believe in living together as a couple, but I'm confused. What should I do? Also, as a lady, is it okay to not want kids in a marriage? Is it a sin or a taboo? And that's our question for today. Yes, please.
Okay, so the first question is discussion. You have to have a conversation with your partner and say to him that these are all the dynamics to your job, and maybe you're saying you both have good jobs, so who should let go of theirs to, what kind of compromises will you put in place? If you don't have another branch, is there another job you can get? Or can he move to Techiman or whatever it is? So, it's a discussion between the two of you, really. And if somebody lets go of their job, how are you going to cope with your finances and even your sanity? So, yes, have a conversation by all means. Is it okay to say you don't want to have kids? It's absolutely okay. You see, I realized that, when I was growing up, or till about some 3 or 4 years ago, I thought it was weird to hear that somebody doesn't want to have kids. Because from where I'm coming from, how I've been raised and everything, it's like, oh, bad year, when you're young, you go and then you have kids and then they'll be following you, mommy, and then... And that's the pride of a woman and pride of a man. But it's okay to say you don't want kids. It's absolutely... I see someone shake his head in the audience. It is okay. You see, having kids is... I didn't know this, but it's a life-changing thing. And if you're not prepared for it, that's one thing. And when you are also forced into doing it, you see how people say, I love my child. I mean, I've had my child for what? Only 5 weeks or 6 weeks. Sometimes I just want to throw him away. Sorry.
He's adorable. You can throw him this way.
If not for the fact that he's absolutely beautiful, and sometimes he gives me joy. Other times he makes me angry. And it's okay to express that you don't want a kid. If somebody is able to convince you that, listen, I think sometimes you may start out saying you don't want kids, but see, if you're able to go through if you have that conversation and you are happy to do it, yes, fine, absolutely, you can have it. But please, don't let anybody force you into having kids. It's okay to say you don't want to have kids. It's just like saying, I don't want a husband. A lot of people are forcing themselves into marriages when they actually are better off living their lives alone, because on their own they flourish and they're fantastic. But with associations, they become a wreck. So for me, this is my opinion. If you're a woman and you don't want to have kids, you want to adopt later, or you don't want to go through the process of carrying a child and all that, absolutely okay. You need to tell your partner that, listen, this is who I am. Okay?
Okay. On the job front, I think you both knew that you guys, it was a long distance relationship and now you guys are looking to come together. Ideally, the conversation should be had between both of you, as in who is looking to come over and who's looking for a job. Because whatever it is, you guys are looking to get married. So somebody, by now, you should have been looking for a job to settle within the area that your partner is at. So if I were in your situation, both of us will start looking for jobs. So that if I get a job in Tamale, no problem. It means I'm moving over to yours and finances are not going to be a problem. And if the other partner is in Accra, also looking for a job. So either way, nobody is
pushed.
What
if you find at the same time?
Yeah, but at least they all have current jobs right now. So at least whoever has to move, that problem would be sorted. So moving forward, I think that's what you should both do right now and very quickly, so you don't have any financial issues to deal with. Regarding you not wanting a child, it's great that you feel that you don't want to have a child, but the question is, does your partner feel the same? You know, because this marriage is about both of you being together and staying together on the same wavelength. I know a couple, an Egyptian couple, they've decided they don't want Canadian Egyptians, they don't want to have kids, and they are fine. They don't care, they enjoy their lives, they're happy about the fact that they don't want kids, even though their parents are driving them crazy to have kids, because they both agreed and they're both on the same wavelength. They don't care whatever anybody says. That's what they want as a couple. That's what works for them. So you don't want it, but have the conversation with him and have it as soon as possible, because if for you it's a no-go area and your husband doesn't feel like that, then I'm sorry, I don't even think you guys should be even looking for jobs or even getting married to start with. So the earlier you have that conversation, the better, because then you don't want to waste anybody's time. That's where I'm coming from.
I think I'm more geared towards Olivia's submissions, because for the job front, really, it's just discussing. Yours is not even long distance, it's mid distance. Tamale and Techiman is not too far apart. And you know, sometimes not every couple starts off as living together. I know couples, I have a friend who's lived with her husband 12 years, long distance, and it's working perfectly fine for them. And they are happy. So sometimes, looking at the situation, you guys have to discuss. You may start off each person living, you know, on either side, but both of you working towards either moving to Techiman or moving to Tamale. You can always work it out. So that one is just discussion. But the children part, that's where I completely agree with Olivia. It's okay, it's fine to say you don't want a child, but it's important that your partner that you're going to live with is also on the same wavelength with you, so that you don't have any issues about somebody trapping somebody, you know, you don't have any of those issues. Exactly. You don't want any of those issues. So I think that both issues are okay. It's not rocket science, really. Just discuss. Both of you should be okay. But then again, let's note that when it comes to job change, you're the one that you're going to let go of your job, no? You have to discuss it well. You don't want the situation where you leave your job, come and stay with the other partner. For the first 2-3 months, you're okay. Then after 4 months, the other partner starts complaining. And you cannot bring in anything home. So you have to discuss it properly. And sometimes you may probably even have to delay the marriage. That is if you both want to have that sorted, to make sure that one is sorted out first before the marriage actually happens. And when it comes to childbirth, some people will start, I don't want kids, but along the line, they may change their mind. So find out why she doesn't want kids. Or, sorry, it's the lady. So ask yourself why you don't want kids. Is it because you think the process is scary? Is it because you think you can't be a good mother? Is it because the kids just irritate you? You think that if you see a baby, the next thing you're thinking about is a kitchen knife to do what you have to do. So if, you know, find out why you don't want kids. If it's something that you can change your position on, then maybe fine. But if it's something that you absolutely don't want, make sure you let your partner in on it.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I think her question was, is it
a
okay?
Taboo or sin?
Yeah, is it okay for her to say or to say that she doesn't want kids?
Yeah, it's okay to
So
say.
that was my submission.
Right.
That
Yes,
it's absolutely fine.
Yeah, it's okay
for you to say that you don't want.
It's
kids.
okay, but
then you need to.
But you need to
have
know
a
why
discussion.
you don't want. You see, sometimes people get confused with the trends. It's possible that one, because of the job she's doing, having kids will probably interfere with her rise in the job or something like that. Or her figure, she doesn't want to mess up her figure. Or 3, she's heard very weird stories about people very close to her who have gone through childbirth and experienced horrible things. So my question is that, is it because you innately just don't want kids, or there's a reason behind you not wanting kids? It's okay not to want. It's just like me wanting pair of heels over sneakers or wanting sneakers over sandals. But the thing is that it's your wants. That's what you want. But the thing is that ask yourself, why don't I want kids? Is it really authentic, or is because of some? Well, sometimes maybe if your fear is medical, maybe those things can be allayed. If your fear is because you don't want to be stuck alone with a baby without a supportive husband, maybe your husband is supportive. So that those fears may be allayed. So let's find out why you don't want kids. But if after doing all that thinking and brainstorming, you realize that you honestly really don't want kids, it's fine. It's good. It's perfect. It's not a taboo. It's not out of the ordinary. Just that you can't take that decision alone if you're heading into marriage.
Right. And of course, there are those people who don't want biological kids.
Yes.
Because perhaps they don't want to go through the whole pregnancy thing. So they wouldn't mind adopting. But once again, like you ladies have said, it's important that you bring your partner to be in, because if he doesn't agree, then it's two things. Either you compromise, or this marriage is not going to happen. Let me bring in our audience. Yes, I see you with the mic already.
Marriage is like a reaction. And for every reaction, there is a product. And for that matter, if you don't want the product, that means you have to manipulate the reaction so that you don't get that product.
Okay.
Over here, if the woman here doesn't want, I think the decision is from the woman.
Yes.
And so it should be a mutual understanding between the two. So that if they all agree that, because of the work we are doing, if we should have a kids, it will be a problem, then that's it. Because sometimes relatives mount pressure on the couples, that kind of thing. So there should be a mutual understanding. If that understanding works, then that's it.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, then I think they have to look at how they can work on that.
Okay. All right. Anyone else in the audience? Okay. Looks like we're good there. All right, so it's Sister on City TV and 97.3 City FM. Remember, our WhatsApp number, 054-998-6996. Let me throw a question out there. So would you go ahead to marry a partner who does not want kids? Let me know. All right, send a WhatsApp. In the meantime, we'll go for a break. When we come back, more stories. All right, welcome back. It's Sister on City TV and City FM. So we'll go into our next message, and here it is.
Good evening, ladies. I'm Crystal, and I have been married for 13 years with 2 kids. But I can no longer continue to stay in this marriage. My husband wants me to be answerable to him when I receive calls. He wants to know who calls me, who I speak with, and reasons why the person calls. He gets angry and misbehaves when he sees me with any guy. He treats me like a slave and accuses me of sleeping around. I struggled to further my education alongside getting a job. Now I have been transferred and he doesn't want me to go. He doesn't see any wrong with whatever he does. Sisters, we don't talk to each other at home. It's as if we are just strangers. He's just so unbearable and quarrelsome. I just want to walk out before I die of high BP. Please help a sister.
Okay, all right. Please help a sister. She's listed all the reasons why, why this guy is maybe, all the red flags, you know.
But it's been 13 years.
13 long years, yeah.
You see, my take in all this is that I don't know why people get married. There should be a basis for your getting married. And some of these things, they don't just spring up out of the blue. They've always been there. When you start dating and the guy is somebody who wants to know your every move, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
When you're dating a guy who doesn't want you to do things, I'm hanging out with my friends. Oh, no, you can't go. You know, you're about to get married. You should align yourself with certain kinds of, the kind of person you are with. And if that person doesn't agree with the kind of person you are, you don't do it. You understand? I mean, there are some people, when they have to go out somewhere, they have to spend a whole week strategizing how to ask permission from their boyfriends or their husbands to have a girls' night out for 2 hours. If you are somebody who is very, then you know that man or that woman is not for you. You understand? So I don't know why people put themselves into this trap where they can see all the signs. I'll be shocked if she told me that she only saw all this happening after 13 years and 2 babies.
She thought she could change him.
Maybe, probably. But the thing is that whatever you experience when you are dating only gets amplified when you get married. Because when you are dating, a certain level of wanting to please each other, when you get married, you've gotten the thing already. You just... how long can you... Sorry. Sorry about that. How long can you keep pretending? You see, so I worry when I hear things like this. However, you've known this is the kind of man that you're getting married to, or you've been married to for 13 years. Is it enough grounds to get a divorce? My question is, and you know how badly it hurts. For me, I'll probably think about maybe dialogue could help. I'll probably think getting a counselor, a professional would help. But the fact that he's constantly thinking that you are cheating, my question is, has he ever caught you cheating? Does he have good reason to think that you are cheating? Or he himself is cheating and he's thinking that if he's doing it, you also must be doing it. Yeah. What is the, sometimes when the issues come, maybe we don't have the full picture. Unless you have given him reason in the past to believe that certain people that you call and say that, oh, they are my colleagues or they are my friends or my schoolmates, happen to be somebody that you had something to do with, for which reason he continually suspects that you are cheating, then let us know the full picture. But by all means, nobody should trade their sanity for marriage. But it doesn't mean that you should just get up and run away because you are not comfortable, you are not happy, you want to do the transfer job and he's not, no. Sometimes you have to think things too, because once you are married, it's a commitment and you have children involved. You have to think about all these things. But by all means, if you know that the situation you're in is going to drive you crazy, negatively affect you, the kids, and the very essence of the marriage, then I think that you need to advise yourself and just nicely exit. But don't just get up and exit. Always work on it. Communicate. And the fact that you say that you don't speak together. Look, sometimes when you're arguing with your partner, if you put yourself in a situation where you don't talk to each other, the slightest of things, you are angry because it's like you are actually angry with the person, not with the issue. So you need to evolve from being angry with each other to being angry at issues, so that then you can address the issue. So that's where maybe a third party, probably a professional counselor, if you are religious, a Christian counselor, if you are there's somebody that either the man respects or the woman respects, or if you have a model couple that both of you know, you can invite them in to come and give you people insights on how to deal with some of these things. But do not exit without trying. But if you've tried, and you realize that you're getting mad, please, by all means, exit.
Interesting. Rosie has said it all, but I'm trying to figure out, the guy has serious insecurity issues. Wanting to know who's calling you, where you are, what's happening, constantly on your case.
Something must have brought it on.
Exactly. Something could have brought it on, or naturally he's just a person like that. Or secondly, something that just crossed my mind. I mean, you ladies are going to say, hey, Olivia. But how is sex like?
Hey, Olivia.
How is the sex like? I could be wrong, and I stand to be corrected. But Ophil say beyond Bonejuma year, he's wondering who else know Bonejuma mano. It could be, I don't know. The guys could testify to this because
that he is not performing.
He's not performing, so he's wondering
who else.
It could be. I'm just trying to figure out why else would my man be like, Charlie, who are you on the phone? Who are you texting? Who are you like? It sounds like he's on her 24/7. So moving forward, either she reassures him that yes, even though you're on boy dream about Penisa, that's on the side, or it's a strong possibility because I think men are such that it's about their egos, it's about making their woman happy at all times in all situations, financially. If it's a good man who loves his woman, so once he feels that he can't tick all the boxes, then he becomes insecure. So the question is, yes, and maybe the woman is also frustrated. You see, sex is funny, yo. I mean, I'm going to go because Rosina has tackled the other areas. But sex is funny. Maybe the woman is frustrated. She's like, oh, she can't be bothered. So if I'm talking to anybody, you can't even get me there. What's your problem? Leave me alone. Let me try and I'm not cheating or anything. But it's all about how you communicate with each other. It's not about the words. Sometimes your eye-to-eye communication and stuff,
so they're sexually frustrated.
It could be. It's a possibility. I'm not saying that's what it is, but it's a possibility. But moving forward, the thing is, yes, your husband is reacting this way. What are you also doing to reassure him? See, to every action, there's a reaction. Yeah. Maybe I can agree she's tired, but right now you're both not even talking. So how do you even move forward? If there's at least, 1% of love left, you should be able to figure things out together. As I sit here and you'll probably say, oh, it's easier said than it's actually done. But the thing is, what do both of you want? Do you want some kind of do you want this problem to be solved, or you both don't, or you are both just tired? And unfortunately, right now, the problem, even though the problem exists, you've got this opportunity to work elsewhere. So right now, he's alarmed. He'll be like, hey, now you're going to be staying on your own. You have a whole house to yourself. Who is going to be there with you? I'm not there, and all of that. So the thing is, how are you guys working it out to assure each other that moving forward, this is what's going to help our marriage, especially the children? I always feel like it's not an impossible problem in the marriage. Yeah. It shouldn't lead to a divorce. This is not a big thing. It's not like you've cheated. It's not like, this is my take. I feel like there's no problem that cannot be solved in a marriage unless the man is abusive, unless the man or the woman does something that, you just can't deal with. But I feel like you can both solve this problem. This is where I'm coming from.
Right. Okay. I think in my head, there's an 80% chance that she has done something in the past to make him feel insecure.
I agree.
Because the way he's on her all the time, it means that, hey, Inti, will she do it again? Has she done it again? Like every time. Maybe he saw the signs in the beginning before it happened, and those were the same signs. And then he trusted that she would not cheat. Now his instincts were saying, this girl is cheating on me. She actually was. And maybe because of that, he's now afraid that every turn of hers would turn out that she's cheating. So, this is somebody who has not forgiven and has not forgotten, and is living all his life based on the fact that he's afraid that he will be cheated on again. Now, this is my take. 13 years of marriage, it probably happened in the beginning of the marriage. So that's an unsolved issue. Now that it's unsolved, we are getting into bigger problems because then communication diminishes. I'm angry. I can't even bring myself to even talking to her. So, I'll just sit down, I'll eat, I'll go to work, I'll bring the money home, we'll do whatever. We are living life, but we are not connecting. So, over the years, the gap has widened and widened and widened, and now they can't even stand each other. True. So, cases upon cases have built up. When you ask the woman why she's angry at him, she will not be able to tell you one thing. And the man too is so angry, he will not be able to say one thing. Because it started from one thing and it wasn't tackled. Yeah. And over the years, it has built up, and now it's dirty, still water. So for me, this is what it is. You have to remove the layers. And it will take a lot of time. It will take a lot of patience, and it will take a lot of commitment from the two of you. Yeah. So now that you have seen, and you see, her position is standoffish. I can't stand him.
That's what happens when you're tired.
You see, when you're tired. So because the thing wasn't dealt with. Exactly. So now, Amino, I said I'm sorry. I have not done anything again. You are always accusing me of cheating on you. I'm tired. I'm not even doing anything. You are always checking my phone log. You are doing this. Now I've got a job. This is my chance. this is my chance to just leave this toxic environment and go and stay somewhere else. If you're to say, okay, all right. No, and this is actually what is happening with a lot of marriages. So this is what I think, that already you haven't even realized that you have checked out. Or maybe you have realized that you've checked out and you don't want the thing anymore. If you don't want it anymore, it's a different conversation. But if you want to work at it, it is possible to work at it, but it's a lot of work. So, first of all, ask yourself, what do you want? If you want it, then let's have a conversation. If you don't want it, then you can just start exiting. But please, I think that you should commit to having the relationship. The reason why I'm saying that is no better
than where you are going to go.
Some ovens are smaller and hot. So you don't want to be gallivanting around saying that, oh, I left my husband because of A, B, C, D. Charlie, people don't know how to even talk to themselves.
Yeah.
Some people find it offensive even when you tell them that, oh, now crown niska. Unisika ampa uniska. We are catch up. Say oh yeah. Anyway, that's that. So basically, I'm saying that you need to work at it. You need to commit and start from the current issues. You start from the things that, oh, the last time, even the way I make kasa, you just came. Who are you speaking with? The person in the person at the end of the call even heard you ask me who it is, and it's quite embarrassing. Then he will also reply you. By that exchange, you will realize that he will bring old things. Start addressing it. And please, when your partner says something, take it seriously.
Yeah.
Don't rubbish it. That is one of our biggest problems. If I don't see your problem as a problem, I'll not treat it as important. And that is one of our biggest problems.
Yeah.
So when your partner voices, once he or she says that, I found it very offensive that you said A, B, C, D. Really, I didn't intend for it to come out that way. I actually thought I was doing it this way, that way. I'm sorry. That's all it takes.
Or maybe next time when the call comes, oh babe, Adra is calling me from the office. Can I take?
I mean, see, you either make light of it, whatever, but you should make sure that you are doing something about it. Talk about it. Do something about it. Don't leave it be, because by doing that, you are just shooting yourself in the foot. Ubeko wale go and do transfer. You meet someone there, the person will be nice in the first instance. Then you end up in the same trouble.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, I feel this woman's pain because, Charlie, there's nothing like living with an insecure partner. Like, it can drive you crazy.
I know.
You know? Audience. Okay, right.
Okay. I believe this marriage can be solved. It is solvable. There are certain things I'm sure probably the lady is doing, and that is making the man kind of doubt her loyalty and faithfulness. The mere fact that the man is doubting the lady's loyalty and, should I say, fidelity, very soon to be with the kids. Are the kids my kids? And that's where another issue comes in. So a lot of communication and counseling needs to be in. Not just like mere talking, but deep communication.
Right.
Thank you.
All right, let's come to the front. There's a lady here.
No, the one behind.
Yes, ladies first. Here we go.
Okay, my name is Princella.
Yes, husband and
wife. I just want to say something, like one thing, like the lady should check herself. Maybe at times there are some things that we do that make people suspicious about us, because maybe when she gets the calls, she doesn't stay right by the husband to make it. Maybe she goes out
to the next room.
Yeah. It can make the person suspicious, because when you go out, the person doesn't know what you are going to say or who you are talking with. So she should sit down and then think about some things that she does that she think it is not right. And if they have a counselor too, they should see a counselor for advice.
Nice one. Okay, let's see what your husband has to say.
Okay, so she's busy, I'm easy.
There you go.
Okay. All right, so 13 years. I think you've done enough. You've done well. I mean, don't quit. If you want to quit, think about why you started in the first place. And marriage is work. You need to work at it. It's not easy. Marriage is not easy. There are happy times. I mean, there are bumpy times. Just work at it. When the issues come, sit down, talk to your partner, find out where the issues are coming from. And you are good to go. 13 years, you've done well.
Yeah.
I mean, why quit now? You can solve your marriage and move on. I mean, I'm
Quick
proud
question.
of you guys.
How long have you guys been married? Just curious. Is this a fresh marriage?
It's fresh.
Yeah, you can tell. They're matching clothes. So, yeah. All right, I'll take final comment from the gentleman in the corner.
I think she should accept responsibility for what she finds herself in, because she saw the signs and she walked into the marriage. And then secondly, she should become more confident and assertive, because sometimes when you're dealing with a domineering character, the easiest way to break that cycle is to become confident. The one thing about life is that we teach people how to treat us.
True.
Thank you.
True. Thank you very much. That's a really, really good point. Well, we're at the end of the show, guys. Yes. I mean, the time's already gone, you know?
Really? Oh.
Yes, we're gonna have to end it here. But
Really?
Just like that? You guys can stay here after I'm gone. Yeah, but if you have questions that you would like to, us to address on the show, once again, and I've said this throughout the show, you can just send a quick email to jessica@cityfmonline.com. We'd love to hear from you, or send us a DM on Facebook at Sister Sister Live. We really would like to hear from you. And if you also want to be part of a studio audience, there are ways to do that. So send us a message via Facebook in our DMs. Let us know you're interested, and who knows, you might be the one sitting with the sisters tonight. So thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye.